Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Ocean's Pit. I hope you're having a great day today. It is 12 o'clock noon, of course, on Monday, the 30th of January, and January is coming to an end. I hope it's been a good month for you. And going into the year of 2023, I hope it's going to be good for everybody. Thank you for tuning in today. I really do appreciate it, and checking the website, TonyOceanMusic.com. And give us a call at 847-769-8609 to book a show, folks. We want to just say every show is dedicated to the first responders, the policemen, the firemen, the nurses, the farmers, the teachers, the military, and everybody that's watches the show, and they're doing what they can to get through everything. So I appreciate you guys watching every day. If you guys watching it at 12, or if you're watching it during the day, or if you're watching it at night. But once these shows are on, we don't really erase them. You can see them on all of the social media platforms. We want to start off the show with, make sure that we always thank our sponsors. And let's start off with our number one, the big one. That's right, Norwich Ace Hardware and Des Plaines Ace Hardware. That's right. Ocean's Pit is brought to you by our good friends and sponsors as Norwich Ace Hardware and Des Plaines Ace Hardware. Remembering they've been helping neighbors before there were neighborhoods, and that's absolutely true. Buy local, shop local. Now, we are sponsored by two major locations with the Ace Hardware family. First of all, the one is in Norwich, 8330 West Lawrence Avenue. And then, of course, 1175 Lee Street in Des Plaines. So that's two great locations, but they also have two other locations. The one at Evergreen Park, 3404 95th Street in Evergreen Park. That's the Ace Hardware in Evergreen Park. And there's also one in Warrenville, guys, at 2 South 541 Route 59th Street. So any of the Ace Hardwares, you need to check them out. So thank you, Raffaello and Jackie, for sponsorship for this show. And remember, we got some great stuff. They got more great stuff, specials going on. And then, of course, mid-month, we're going to be doing a live in-store. Me and my wife, Laura, will be there doing a live in-store at the Norwich location. So we'll give you more details on that. That's Ace Hardware. All right, folks. Thank you guys for watching today. I hope you had a great weekend. I had a good weekend work-wise. I think we had a great time at work. Of course, I want to thank Chicago Prime Steakhouse on Friday was good with Jeff Dubray. I want to thank, of course, my good buddy Dave Antonelli for coming out, helping me out that day. And, of course, Bill Sarotella coming out that particular night on Friday and helped me out. So thank you, Bill, for that. And Jeff Dubray did a great job. So Friday was a great event at the Chicago Prime. Now, Saturday was a biggie. It was a big event. We were very excited because it went down really, really good. We were at Taverna on Division. Even though we thought maybe because of the snow there might be a small crowd, but actually they were sold out, which was great. And it was just a first time the group of people have all been together. Of course, Tony Toto was my drummer and Jeff Dubray doing sound. So we haven't had a show together with Jeff and Toto together, which was fantastic. And then I also want to thank, of course, Angelo Coramato from Naples, Italy, of course, coming and making an appearance. If you guys don't know the story, if you have not been following me, about November of last year, 2022, my friend Lisa reached out and said he has a singer friend of the family from Naples, Italy. And during COVID, he sang on his balcony. He sang the song Hallelujah. And he got like 40 million followers and to follow that video. So, and he sings in Naples. He's got a band, he plays drums, he plays everything. So she said, well, he's coming to town, and maybe you can bring him into some of your places that he can sing a couple of songs. So we brought him in last year to Bellagio in Roselle, which was a big success. So he was kind enough to come by with Anne Marie, his girlfriend, of course, and they came by to Taverna Saturday night and did a couple of songs, and the crowd was very happy to have him, and he got his own date there, so that was cool. And of course, the guest I had with me singing was, of course, Daniela Croco from the Jersey Girls. So it was a constant show, and it just kept going. It was a lot of fun. Again, I want to thank everybody for showing up to that show. Greg and Jennifer and the staff do a great job there That is Taverna. So it went over very, very well. So thank you for that. Also, I wanted to say a shout out to my friend Karen Serpico, which I see. Now, if I follow Karen, she's been a friend of mine for many, many years, and she's a woman who's surviving cancer for the fourth time. She survived cancer four times. She has it again, unfortunately. And she has to go in every 6 weeks, and her points were up 9 points. And she was telling me, and I feel that I can tell you because we need prayers out for my friend Karen. They said our numbers are up to like to 29, and anything after 29, 30, 31 and up, you have to start wondering what's going on. So she's at 29 right now. So if your prayers can go out there, please put them out there and wish prayers to our good friend Karen Serpico. And let's get those numbers down so she can be okay and to survive. So it was great seeing her and Tom. Randy, how you doing? Yeah, Zoe, great seeing Danny. You guys, thank you guys on Friday night. I appreciate it very much. It was great seeing you, Lillian. Worried about you. Sounded awful. Oh, okay. I think I sounded actually okay, but thank you. I appreciate that. Hello from Cabo. Oh, Rick. Yes, Anita Cubano. Yeah, Richie. Give it up, Rich Sorcy from the Twin Cave Dwellers. Yes, thank you, Ellie Weinhardt. How you doing, Ellie? I hope you're doing well. Mary, I hope you're doing well. Everybody that's watching. Ryan Lewis, what's up, my friend? Peter, catch you later. Working sad news. Yes, Peter, we are. Kathy, how are you doing? I'm doing okay, hon. Patrick Haig, I hope you're doing. Richard, sending you a big hug, brother. I can tell by the tone something's not right. Oh, I'm just a little tired, I guess. How about that, guys? But thank you for your thoughts. Of course, we lost the Golden Jet, Bobby Hall, of course, formerly of the Chicago Blackhawks. So Bobby Hall is passed away. So our prayers go out to the Bobby Hall family and, of course, the Chicago Blackhawk Nation. I've got to meet Bobby a few times. I just met him. We just met him recently with Ocean's Rat Pack. We met him last year at the Mongo Bash that we did for Steve Mongo McMichael. So anyway, so our prayers go out to the Bobby Hall family. We are still working on our studio. Our son Tony has been painting it, taking care of it, so we can get the new studio and move into that. Hopefully, that will happen very soon. Very cool. And also my new intro, which we couldn't get before to the show, folks. We had an intro that every time we played it, it kept getting blocked from social media. And then I contacted the person who wrote it, my good friend Nelson, and something the way the PC codes or whatever it were. So he got me a brand new one, and we're going to be putting that into the show. So we'll have a nice intro again. So we just haven't got a chance to test it yet. But we will do that, folks. I appreciate that. Also, our prayers go out to Peggy, Mike, and Tracy from Good Clean Fun. Tracy's mom, blood clogs, and she's was in the hospital, I think. So our prayers go out to Peggy as well. It's horrible that we're coming out with this sad news, but we need Ocean Nation here. We need the Ocean Pit people to go out and pray for friends in need when they need it, and that's so. Our prayers go out to Peggy. Tracy's mom from Good Clean Fun, of course, a great band, and I hope you guys are doing well. Good afternoon. How you feeling? You're out, Marion. I hope you're doing well, honey, and I'll make sure I get that picture out to you. Hopefully by a couple more weeks. Tony Toto, what could I say to you, Tony? You're a great friend, and thank you for Saturday night, man. You are. Albert, I hope you're doing well. General, I hope you're doing well too. We are going over some other things here, folks, which is interesting to see certain classes that I think could be taught in school. Now, when we were taught in school, certain subjects like science and history and English and math. And then, of course, you took classes like, you had to take gym, but then it was like home ec or whatever that was, all that, or Italian language, which I took. I'm feeling my voice is okay. It's getting better. Thank you, Pina. Thank you, guys. Drink chicken broth. Yeah, I love chicken broth. I have been doing that, Dennis from Lake Geneva. I appreciate that, buddy. But we were talking about what classes we think, and this is just some classes I think. I wrote down some ideas. what classes you think that should be taught in school today? Because even some of the math and everything that you're taught, or geography and all that stuff that you're getting to algebra. I mean, sometimes when you leave school, you never have to use that stuff. Now, I can understand if you're getting into that field, the medical field, the accounting field, or whatever it is. Well, Keegan Schools took fighting 101, drug dealing 102. Vernon Ross, how you doing? That's good. No cigars today, Dennis. I just didn't, just not in that mood. David Joseph finances. Yeah, that's one of the things on the list. So let me tell you what the things that we put on the list. I think what they should be teaching in school, I think it's good. Nutrition. How about teaching the kids as they grow up about nutrition? Try to eat healthier. I know we all try to, and sometimes we do it in good spot. You know, we do it for a little bit, and then we screw up, and then we do it. But I think nutrition. Well, kindness is another. Kindness 101. I think that's a perfect one right there, Lillian. You're absolutely right. But nutrition, I think, is important. I think number two also is money management. Maybe teaching the kids how to manage your money. Look, I was horrible in school. I had nothing. That's why I'm technically computer illiterate, and certain stuff I'm just brutal at. Laura does it all. And she does all, the finances. All I do is give the check. I don't even know what if I have. I don't even know what I have in my checking account. Okay, but I think growing up as kids in the schools, I think teaching them money management, I think would be a very good thing to do. I think that's very important. Taxes. Maybe I ought to teach kids to do taxes, or how to look at their taxes, or what they can write off. Maybe this is another thing they can teach. Nutrition is good. Patriotism, business, accounting. Vernon, yeah, accounting was good. I think that's good. Home economics, cooking to manage your house. Oh, that's another good one too. Need more right teachers enough for these liberals. Well, you have to have the right teacher there. You're absolutely right about that. But I think nutrition, like we were saying, money management, I think is important. I think taxes are important too. Um, a good career guide, maybe. Good career guide. Teach them a little bit which way to go and what they're doing, and not just teach them about certain things, but educate them on that. I think accounting is important. I think teaching them some sort of accounting. Um, yeah, I think kindness and goodness. I think that's all important. It really is. And another one I think they should teach kids in school, self-defense. I think kids need to be taught self-defense, not only the boys, but the girls too, growing up. Machine shop. Oh, buddy, now that's not a bad idea. Alina and Alan from Miami, how are you guys doing? Career education. Yeah, Becky, that's perfect. Respect, common sense. Teach them about the stock market. That might work. Common sense is a big one, folks. Other things that you might want to teach them. But I think there's a lot out there, man. Susan Jambroni, I hope you're doing well, my friend. Nice to see you, honey. Tony, you eat right. These parents don't cook anymore. It's all fast food, horrible. Bring gym classes back, physical fitness. In session, you're absolutely right. That does help. Self defense would be a physical ed. You're right. About eating right and parents don't cook, I don't know how that works. It depends on the family situation, guys. Sometimes it might be just a single parent and they might not be able to cook all the time, or they're not there. I don't know how it is to every different family, you know. But you also have the choice of what you want to eat. I mean, there's so much stuff that you guys can make on yourself. That's not, I mean, just a nice turkey sandwich, or making some eggs, or whatever. There's stuff you can make to eat so you don't have to eat fast food. I mean, we just ate fast food Saturday night. Me, Tony Toto, and, yeah, me, Tony Toto, and Danny. Sal, my good Sal, my buddy Sal. So, because we hardly ever do it, So sometimes it's okay to do. A class, yeah, chicken rice in a crock pot is easy. There you go. Rosemary, I'm sorry we missed you too on Saturday. You and Seymour. I hope you guys are doing well. Christine, social skills, communication. Yeah, these are all the things that you guys are saying. I think it's very important to, to teach people in class, to have some sort of guidance, to look up to somebody. Sometimes I think is good too, to look up to somebody that's more positive, in a positive way. Um, try to surround yourself with the right people sometimes. I'm fortunate. I got some good people around me, but we all have our faults, and we all screw up in life. Sometimes more than others. So you try to do that what's right, and it is it's a tough thing in this world, folks. But knowing you got some good people around you and good friends, that's very important. It really is. Let's go to another. Let's think about another topic, another people, folks. Let's not forget our good friends, Armando's Supermarkets, 925 Liberty Street in Elgin. Danny Mazzi, thank you so much, buddy. Buy local and shop local with my friend Danny. And don't forget Michael and Gigi from Crash Champions Collision Auto Repair. That's crashchampions.com. Check that out, man. It's all supporting local establishments. They used to help me in the kitchen all the time. Susan, common sense. Well, there you go. Respect the police. There you go. Yeah, that's all important stuff. Another thing that's important that's coming up, folks, is February 18th. February 18th. Well, let's get to March. Let's get to March. I'm sorry. April 23rd, St. Jude's benefit. Nick Zahajas and Phyllis Zahajas put this together every year. It's going to be at the Des Plaines Theater. It's a little bit country, a little bit rock and roll. So I'm excited about that being part of that. It's going to be Sunday, April 23rd at 2 o'clock matinee. And it is it's a good cause for St. Jude's. They're going to raise a lot of money, and it's going to do a lot of good things for that. So hopefully you guys can appear, come out and buy tickets if you can't make the event, but go to oshows.com and give us your support. It's April 23rd at the Des Plaines Theater in Des Plaines. Okay. And then the 30th of April, we're going to be, Ocean's Rat Pack will be at the Des Plaines Theater as well. Have you, Doc, check your throat for, no, Craig. Oh, yeah, I completely forgot that. Thank you for seeing my buddy Craig. Anyway, February 18th, we're going to be, ladies and gentlemen, at the Club Arcada Speakeasy. And that's for my new CD release, Heard I Had a Good Time. It's going to be a lot of fun. So far, we're going to have the main event band. Of course, we have Danny Ramundi, Tony Toto, of course. Rhino Ryan will be spinning the wheel there that day. And we have Ronnie B. Elvis going to be performing with us. Regina Karma will be performing with us. And, of course, Angelo Coramato from Naples will be making his debut there with us at the Speakeasy on the 18th. Go to oshows.com. The new CD will be out with 3 bonus tracks, which is kind of cool that I'm excited about. So go oshows.com. Thank you, Denise. You have your ticket already, so that's good. I also want to forget about Saturday. I completely forgot. Thank you. I got to see Craig's face. Usually, I never get a chance to go out and see other talent. Oh, praying by Bobby Hall. We stood up and cheered when he got the puck. Yeah, Bobby Hall. Again, we did mention that, the passing of the Golden Jet, Bobby Hall from the Chicago Blackhawks. Saturday, like I said, I don't get a chance to go out and see X because my Fridays and Saturdays I'm always working. And my Wednesdays and Thursdays, some of these acts don't work Wednesdays and Thursdays. They usually work on weekends. Now, In Session is a band that's been a long time. And, of course, Kim Peterson LeFew is the lead singer of that band. And Kim always goes out and supports all local. She's come to see me numerous times. So I thought they were playing at Shoeless Joe's this past Saturday evening. And they're starting at 7:30. I thought maybe 7, but they're starting at 7:30. So we got there about an hour early, and I got to see also Craig Olson, who used to be in the band, my band, the Heartbeats, Tony Ocean and the Heartbeats, and the Heartbakers, or whatever it was. Played bass. And now Craig Olson is a full-time member of In Session. So I seen Craig first, and we talked, we laughed about some stuff, and then Kim showed up. But I didn't get a chance to actually hear them do a song because I had to leave to go to work. But it was a pleasure seeing Craig, and it was a pleasure seeing Kim. So thank you very much. You will put it in writing in all the shows. Absolutely. I pray. Yeah. So it was great seeing you guys. Thank you so much for that. And speaking of musicians, or speaking of aging musicians, now we know, ladies and gentlemen, in the last couple years, you see a lot of people passing away. But look at these people that are still alive. And these are musicians and people that we grew up with and we still listen to every day. But they've been around a long time. No, thank you, Craig. So this is aging musicians as of 2023. Okay, starting they go from 72. They go from the age 72 to 89 being the oldest. Now these are musicians, and I'm going to throw out your names that I bet you guys all still listen to, or did listen to, or have either their CDs or cassettes or albums or on your Spotify list at one particular time or another. If you still don't, Willie Nelson, ladies and gentlemen, is 89 years old. Tina Turner is 83. Grace Slick is 83. Smokey Robinson, 82. Ringo Starr, 82. Bob Dylan, 81. Paul Simon of Simon, used to be Simon and Garfunkel, 81. Neil Diamond just turned 81 years old. Brian Wilson of the Beach Boys is 80. Paul McCartney, Sir Paul McCartney is 80 years old. Just of those top 10 that I just named are huge, right? They're huge. And I'm sure you all listen to them at one particular time. How about Roger Waters is 79? Roger Waters, I'm sorry, from Pink Floyd, 79. Steve Miller, 79. Barry Manilow, 79. Mick Jagger from the Stones, 79. Peter Cetera, formerly of Chicago, 78. Rod Stewart, 78. Boss Skaggs, 78. Ray Davies of the Kinks, 78. Carly Simon is 78. John Fogerty, CCR, is 77. Another top 20 of people that you still listen to. How about Deborah Harry, Blondie, 77 years old. Bob Seger, 77. Eric Clapton, 77. Roger Hodgkins from Supertramp, 77. Peter Townsend of The Who, 77. God, it's unbelievable. Linda Ronstadt is 76. Barry Gibb, 76. Iggy Pop, 75. Joe Walsh, 75. Carlos Santana is 75 years old. Engelbert wasn't even on this list, but Engelbert's 87. There you go. Elton John, 75. Stevie Nicks, 74. Alice Cooper, 74. Robert Plant, formerly of Led Zeppelin, 74 years old. Alan Parsons, 74. Steve Winwood, 74. Bruce Springsteen turned 73 years old. Lionel Richie, 73 years old. This is incredible. But Billy Squier is 72 years old. Billy Joel is 72 years old. Peter Frampton is 72. Stevie Wonder is 72 years old. I mean, these aging musicians that we've just named, over 30, there's 40 different ones. And at the age that they are, they're still rocking and rolling. They're still making music. They're still going out doing what they're doing. And I'm 60. Thank you, Lillian. We all getting older, Carol. Danny Mazzi, how are you doing, buddy? It was great seeing you on Saturday at Taverny Bada. Thank you so much. Miles Green, I don't know if Miles is that old, but thank you. And there are some of the best, Dennis. Everybody I just mentioned. Rock and roll is the fountain of youth with some of these people. Thank you, Danny. 60. Yeah, I'm 60. But you know what I mean? It's fantastic. All these agents, they're still making records. Most of it, I'd say 99% of them are still putting out new music, and they're still touring. And think about these. When these all go, because some of the new generation folks, I'm sorry, I don't listen to the new stuff, so I'm lost. Thank God I still have these old songs, because I wouldn't know where to go if I try to look for something new. I just wouldn't know where to go. So thank God we have some of these old ones to support. How about we just missed the playoffs. Let's congratulate the Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes, even with his bad foot, sneaky win there at the last minute. And of course, the Philadelphia Eagles destroyed the San Francisco 49ers. So we know that February 12th, Super Bowl, is going to be the Kansas City Chiefs against the Philadelphia Eagles. So congratulations to both teams. If you guys watched it, I watched some of the first game. I didn't get a chance to watch the second game. But congratulations. I know a lot of people are watching. Tuna, the Buckingham, 75. There you go. Frankie Valli, 85. Tony Bisek is 75. There you go, T-Bone. It's good. So let's. Um, and it's funny. We just picked up another gig with the Oceans Rat Pack. We're going to be in Nebraska, North Platte, Nebraska. Now, people are saying, Tony, out of the Rat Pack, Oceans Rat Pack, tribute to Frank, Dean, and Sammy going out to Nebraska. Well, if you guys don't know the story, Bill Saratella's wife, Julie, her family's from Nebraska. And Bill was out there just this past last year, did a show out there, and the place was interested in the Rat Pack. So Julie made some calls, and we put everything together, and we're going to be there in Nebraska on March 11th. So we're excited to go out and to see some other parts of the country, which is very good. As a musician myself, the music is timeless. Vince, it is timeless. It will last forever. I mean, I still listen to stuff from the 70s and the 60s and with me all the time, and I cherish it. There you go. Provenzano said 80. General says 82. Frankie Avalon. These are some of the people that weren't even on this list. But thank you for your input there, guys. That's good. Let's get some birthdays. Happy birthdays, January 30th, Bob Uecker, a former, of course, Milwaukee Brewers, and of course, a funny actor, comic, impeccable timing when he says his stuff. The great Bob Uecker. Chris Collinsworth, former Cincinnati Bengal. He's also a network announcer for NFL. So Chris Collinsworth celebrates a birthday right at, and unfortunately, the Cincinnati Bengals did not win the Super Bowl, but happy birthday, Chris Collinsworth. Pat Tomasello, a great comic in the Chicagoland area, celebrates a birthday. John Banner, better known as Sergeant Schultz on Hogan's Heroes, celebrating a birthday. How about Julia Dent? You might not know who Julia Dent was, but Julia Dent became, she is the wife of the great Ulysses S. Grant. That was his wife. She celebrates her birthday today. Actor Malcolm, Magnum PA and Blood Brothers, and Jess Stone, the great Tom Selleck, celebrates her birthday this past weekend. David Bryan, one of the original singers of Uriah Heep, celebrates a birthday, folks. My good friend Debbie Devereaux. Debbie, if you're out there, Russ's sister-in-law, I hope you're doing well, Debbie. Happy birthday. From the great actor from the TV show MASH and many other great movies, Ellen Alda celebrates a birthday as well. Chicago entertainer Vic Pacini celebrates a birthday. Vic, if you're listening, happy birthday. And former Chicago Bull Stacey King celebrates a birthday today on January 30th. You're watching Ocean's Pit, the little show about big things. If you guys are watching the show, you know you see us on the Tony Ocean Show Facebook page. We're on the Mo Carraro Facebook page. We're on Twitter. We're on YouTube. We are also on LinkedIn. And if you guys can go, to the actual Ocean's Pit page and like the page and get some more people on there and share the page. If you can push the button and share the show today, we really would appreciate your input and your sharing. And also, folks, let's not forget our good friends from the Almost Home Foundation for pets, for dogs and cats up here in the Schaumburg area. It's very, very important, folks. This organization needs money, needs supplies. But most importantly, they also need volunteers. And in February, after our daughter's wedding, I'll be doing some volunteering there myself. So if you're interested in giving money or supplies or becoming a volunteer, go to almosthomefoundation.org or go to the Almost Home Foundation Facebook page and reach out. Kelly Kane, tell her Tony O, Ocean's Pit set you. And do something there, folks. Let's not forget Roy McCampbell, attorney at law. For a good lawyer, call my buddy Roy at 708-275-4264. Deutz Power Center, Sal, the Great Lakes service in the construction and diesel industry in Chicago for the last 100 years. Call my friend Sal at 224-276-6550. Let's not forget our good buddies from Don Esteban Cigars, folks. Still not smoked a cigar since December 29th. But anyway, call Javier at 727-366-7536. Get them hand-rolled and sent to your home, folks. It's good. Trico Hair Experts, recreating great hair days. That's Carmela and Anthony from Rosemont, 773-999-7888. You're watching Ocean's Pit, a little show about big things, folks, a Monday through Friday. And like I said, I hope you got a good stuff coming up out there. A lot of good things doing. What do you got, Albert? Want to hear something funny? While we were speaking of age and strangers, even though we cheered them on, my father's anniversary of his death is today. 69 years. I'm only 70. This is where it hits home. Well, Albert, I'm sorry, my brother, you're going through that. Prayers to you, my friend, and anniversary of your dad's passing. I lost my father too many years ago, so it's got to be hard to lose a parent. Kathy Jenny Castle on January 27th. Sharon, thank you, Dennis. I don't have any more birthdays. I celebrate being healthy and alive. Dennis, you got a good one there, my friend. Tony, Lisa Loring, the original. Oh, that's right. She was on the list. That's going to be coming up. The original Wendy Adams from the Adams family. She passed away. This was also on my list to mention today. But thank you so much, Tony, for that. Proud for you. Thank. Um, Will he sue as attorney in Wisconsin? I quit smoking 16 years ago. It's all in the past. You're right, Albert. It's in the past, but it's still memories that comes up. And thank God you still have that. Our prayers also go out to our good friends from Ace Hardware, Raffaello and Jackie from the Ace Hardware family. They lost one of their Norwich employees. His name was Al. The people used to call him Coach. So he has passed away, Al, from the Norwich Ace Hardware. So our prayers go out to Al's family and the Norwich Ace Hardware in Norwich, Illinois. And here's one I think I've always said, and I think we should all live our life by. I don't know, even if we don't disagree, even though if we disagree on everything, we can still be kind to each other. And I know it's harder and harder every day, but I think that's very important. So I think let's see. Zico Schultz from Skulls. Zico Zoltz. Hello, buddy. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to Ocean's Pit. Wait for the day to drift by, Albert. I'm sure it is. You have to. I'm sorry you have to go through that, buddy, or anybody else that had someone pass away. Today is National Fun at Work Day. So if you guys are at work, I hope you're having fun. How about this McDonald's? If you're big McDonald's fans out there, McDonald's is trying to go, they're testing strawless lids in some U.S. markets. They're trying to eliminate the straws in McDonald's. So to go, like, when you go to get coffee, they give you the lid and you drink it that way and you lift a little plastic thing. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but there's no straws when you're drinking coffee. So McDonald's is trying to eliminate the straws in certain U.S. markets, not all, but they're going to try it out as a test to eliminate the straws. It's hard. People need to lighten up. We all go through that. That's right. I don't know. Is straws, would it be hard for you guys if we had to give up the straw from your soft drink when you go through a drive-through? Or, some people have water straws when they have their Yetis or whatever they drink their water out of. But this is what McDonald's is trying to do. And I got a feeling if McDonald's goes, if they go without lids in their if they go without lids in there with their thing, I think a lot of the other fast food chains will do that as well. So McDonald's, according to WGN, McDonald's is testing the strawless lids in some U.S. markets. Also, another thing, folks, January 28th, 1986. Of course, the horrible tragedy. We lost 7 crew members of the Space Shuttle Challenger. So we salute you when that horrible event happened. When you were watching it, some people are watching it all. Some people are actually watching it all on television. So that's 1986 that happened. It seems like it's so far away. It really was sad. Straws polite, bad for the environment. There you go. Straws pollute. I'm sorry. And I think that's what they're trying to do. Save on the straws being thrown out or the plastic. Makes a lot of sense. I mean, you take the coffee when you get the coffee, they got the lid. You got to learn to slip it quick because if you do it fast, you never know. You can spill all over yourself. But I think it's important, folks. I really do. If you're Jay Leno fans and you're watching his TV show, Garage TV series, where he had a TV series, well, NBC canceled the Jay Leno Garage TV series. That has been canceled. Harry Styles, he's a big singer, newish singer. I guess he's been around a while. I guess he came from a girl group. I mean, a boy group, a boy band group. I didn't know where he came from. I don't know. There's one song I listen to every now and then, but I guess he was performing and he split his pants in the middle of a concert while performing in front of his childhood celebrity crush, Jennifer Aniston. Um, we hear this in the past. There has been times, whether it was the um, Janet Jackson thing, or someone splits their pants, or their shirt comes off, or it's been how many times it's happened in the past. So this just happens to be news because it's somebody new, a new pop star from a boy band. Of course, Harry Styles rips his pants in front of his celebrity crush, Jennifer Aniston, of course, of the TV show Friends. Jimmy Kimmel. I'm not a fan of the Jimmy Kimmel show, but we have to give him congratulations for 20 years being on NBC for Jimmy Kimmel, ABC. Jimmy Kimmel, ABC. Congratulations, 20 years on the air. And that's right. Here again, I think Tony Bisek said it earlier. Lisa Loring, the original Wendy Adams from the TV show The Addams Family, has passed away at the age of 64 years old. She played Wendy Adams, of course, one of the kids in the TV show, The Addams Family from the 60s. When we were kids, we had coated paper straws, now plastic. I do remember the coated ones. Yes, that's where I use my windows to get rid of the trash attached to it while I'm eating. There you go. Well, guys, and another thing here, I mentioned last week that Pamela Anderson was I guess, accused Tim Allen during the TV show of exposing himself at one particular time, and it was all over the social media. Well, now she took back her comment, and now Pamela Anderson, ladies and gentlemen, is now defending Tim Allen after accusing her of flashing her on the set. And his quote was, "Flashing you in his job, it's not caused crossing the line." That can hit a topic, crossing the line of, this is Pamela Anderson saying that Tim Allen is a professional, and supposedly he flashed her during when they were filming Home Improvement. Well, now, like I said, she's coming back and saying that that did not happen. But the thing that Tim Allen said was, it's his job, and it's not crossing the line. It's almost saying when you're that powerful or when you're up there like that, there's no rules. Sometimes the heat of the moment, or sometimes the believing your own hype. As I remember somebody putting it, believing your own hype, thinking that you can do things, and sometimes you end up hurting people. Sometimes you end up hurting the people you love, and that's not good. Um, so, yeah, I like Tim Allen too, Albert, but I think that's what you're getting sometimes when people, uh, whatever it is, you got to be careful with that. And when you end up hurting people you love, that's not good because everybody suffers from it. Not only yourself, but people in general that you're close to you and you love. And that happens, unfortunately. Um, all right, what do we got here? Reba McEntire. If you're a big Reba McEntire fan, was a big country singer. I don't know if she still sings. She was also a big TV star. She opened up her very first restaurant called Reba's Place, and it's opening in, I don't even know if I can pronounce this right, folks. Etoka, Oklahoma will be the very first opening of the brand new Reba's Place. Reba McEntire opening up her very first restaurant. Another rock and roll musician has passed away, the original drummer from the band Three Dog Night, Floyd Sneed. The original drummer has passed away as well. Our prayers go out to Sneed, the Sneed family, and of course the band Three Dog Night. Current members and past members. Floyd Sneed has passed away. Also, our prayers go out to Tyreen Nichols, the African American gentleman in Mississippi that was traffic stop, whatever, and they're showing horrible footage of some of the police officers going over the limit to bring somebody down. I always believe in backing the blue, and sometimes, like I said, there's so many police officers in this world, and they're all trying to do their job. Sometimes that badge could get people in trouble. It's almost like so. This is big thing that happened in Mississippi here with this gentleman here, this Tyreen Nichols, born in 1993, and he passed away. So our prayers go out to the Nichols family. I know 4 or 5 of the police officers were suspended of duty right after this happened. Um, it's sad because in history, there's groups of certain people, and sometimes these little groups of these big organizations, because things go wrong in certain groups, small groups, it ends up hurting the whole organization. So you can't blame the fault of a few affect all the other ones that are doing so good in this world. Those 5 killings alone, that's suspicious. Yeah, straight up Campbell chicken. Well, thank you, Dennis. Jewish penicillin. How's your teeth come along? Oh, Albert. Well, yeah. Okay, thank you for that. I did have a pain in my gums, and they fixed it up. But I'm gonna need a root canal. But they stopped the pain so it doesn't hurt anymore, and they fixed a hole I had up in there. So I'm gonna be either pulling the tooth out or getting a root canal after our daughter's wedding, which is coming up. Anina and Eric will be getting married on February 11th. So I'll be doing it after that. But thank you, Albert, for asking. There's good and bad in all, Mary, there's good and bad in all industries. It really is. You can't focus on the whole picture if you've got certain groups of good and bad seeds. Or sometimes also they were saying about these these particular police officers, they've only been in training a couple years. Pam Anderson had posed twice for Playboy. Tim's joked of his quick flash and said to Pam, "Since I've seen you naked now you see me naked." Bad joke. There you go. Well, fine. Okay, Craig, there you go. So it makes you wonder on that story if she never posed. Maybe Tim Allen never did that, but she came back and she took that quote back, that claim back. But we're talking about industries, folks. I guess they were saying that and I'm not saying it's an excuse, but these police officers that were on that job, a couple of them were only on their job a couple of years. So I don't know. And I wasn't there. I don't know. But like I said, there's bad in all industries of life, folks. So you can't blame the whole genre of great, good police officers out there that are to back the blue and everything they do. Tony mentioned Lake Geneva Winterfest. Greedy mayor raised the meter parking weekends to $4. Hurt small business. Well, that Winterfest in Lake Geneva has been pretty cool. I used to go all the time. I haven't been there. I think we've been there maybe a couple of years ago, but Winterfest is nice. And of course, they have the parking tolls now when you can park in the towns in front of some of the small businesses. And unfortunately, folks, in this day, prices are going up everywhere. Everything's going up, whether it's your cell phone, interest, credit card, whatever. We know food is, we know tax, eggs, we know everything is going up. Unfortunately, that's what's going on. So I'm sorry, Dennis, for the people in Lake Geneva that had to suffer through that. Going to Winterfest is really cool. Seeing all these, they make all these great ice sculptures. Really cool. They do it all with like saws and picks and stuff. They do an incredible job if you've never seen one. These ice castles and these different, they really, really do a good job. Very good. And here's a story, folks, that just came across. You guys might mention this. According to People magazine, here's a woman at the age of 29 years old was charged after posing as a high school student for 4 days before getting caught. These cops are a bunch of thugs. They had been white. All major cities would have been looted and burned. Well, there was a bunch of Richard. To answer your comment, there was a bunch of political. There was some protests, but thankfully they were peaceful protests. I think in Wisconsin, I guess in Mississippi, some of them were peaceful in certain parts, and in Chicago too, there was some peaceful riots or peaceful to go out there and protesting, peaceful protesting, which was good on that end. But how about this story here, folks? People magazine: a woman, 29 years old, was charged with posing as a high school student for 4 days before getting caught. Now, I don't know why she did that. And I hate to think it's for the wrong reasons. There is no reasons. How can you want to pose to be a high school student? You're 29 years old. They were peaceful because they were black. Well, Richard, yeah, they just played. I just paid $7.50 to $7. Excuse me, I just paid $7.50 an hour to park the meter in Chicago. I'm sorry, guys, but prices are going up everywhere, unfortunately. And the protesting again for the police, for the person, it's just sad all around. It really is. Affects everybody, not only the community, the family, the police officers, everybody that's involved in that. Again, it's hard to. Unfortunately, you can't. Unfortunately, some of these big companies they get in trouble because of a few, and there's been some few in the past. I'm not saying that they're all saints. I'm saying that this does happen in all industries, though. Joanne, how are you doing? Well, I hope you're doing well. Robert, leave a tip. There you go. All right, so back to that story. I don't know why the woman at the age of 29 was posing as a high school student for 4 days before she got caught. Um, I don't know what people are thinking these days, but all right, folks. So they did a study according to Fox. Now, this is going to be something that's you guys are going to be probably really surprised, maybe not surprised. Fox 32, this came from Fox. They took a poll of 152 cities who was the dirtiest cities in America. The dirtiest cities in America. I'm going to give you the top 3 in America, and I'm going to give you the top 3 in Illinois. Okay? So here it is. The top 3 most dirtiest cities in the United States of America. Number 3 is St. Bernardino, California. St. Bernardino, California. Number 3. Newark, New Jersey comes in at number 2 as the dirtiest city in America. And the dirtiest city in America, folks, of 152 cities studied, Houston, Texas. Houston, Texas is number 1 for the dirtiest city in the country, in America. And they also have the biggest cockroaches. This is the 3 dirtiest cities in America. Now, the top three dirtiest cities in Illinois, believe it or not, at 77%. Now, number 77 out of 152 was Aurora, Illinois, saying it's the dirtiest in Illinois. At 96%, Chicago, Illinois is the dirtiest. And 110 out of 152 was Naperville, Illinois, the dirtiest cities in Illinois. Naperville, Chicago, of course, and Aurora. Aurora being 77th, which would be the dirtiest. And then Chicago came in at 96, 77. So the cleanest city in America, cleanest city in the United States, folks, is Virginia Beach, Virginia, was voted the cleanest city. So I never thought Naperville was that dirty, but I don't hang in Naperville. I don't know. Aurora, I don't know. Chicago, for sure. I never thought Houston, Texas, but I don't know nothing about it, so I couldn't tell you. But Newark, San Bernardino, California, and Texas are the 3 dirtiest in the United States of America. You're watching Ocean's Pit, a little show about big things, folks. It's coming almost to the end of our hour, but we still have some stuff. You still get some sick. Naperville surprised me, Dawn. Yes, it did. No way, Becky. I was shocked too. She's looking for her high school. She's looking for a high school boyfriend. There you go, Becky. That's why a woman at 29 years old posed and went to a posed as a high school student at the age of 29. There you go. There's your answer right there. Perfect. Um, okay, so we'll go on that, and then another horrible story. And when you hear story, but things are going on. This, according to NBC, folks, a dog was found left to die, cemented to a sidewalk in Boca Raton, Florida. So the dog wouldn't run away. They cemented. I don't know what's wrong with these people. These are dogs. These are pets. We talk about this on the show all the time about loving animals. We all love animals. I do. Our family does. I don't know too many people who hate dogs. And definitely I don't trust people who does not like dogs. Dogs love you in conditional love no matter what. Cats, you got to make an appointment to see. But the dogs are very, very important. That is sick and horrible stuff. Let's see here. Of course, the actor Jeremy Renner, of course, was crushed by a snow cart, the truck when he was doing the snow. But I didn't realize he was trying to save his adult nephew. Encouraging to save one of your family members, and then of course almost dying. Number one, and I think they saved his chest. I'm not sure. I think they might have to get rid of one of his legs, from what I'm hearing. The actor, but he was there. He tried to save his a nephew, which is pretty encouraging for a guy to try to save his nephew like that and took a chance of his own life. Shows what kind of person he is. Whatever happened to you, you're never going to go. Whatever happened to you, you're too old to go back to school. There you go, Richard. Yeah. Well, this lady was 29 and she went back to high school. Yeah. And then she didn't go back to high. Yeah, she went to find some reason why. It took her 4 days till she got caught. Beth Bed and Beyond just got the default notice from J.P. Morgan. Of course, those are the bankers. We heard the stories of Beth Bed and Beyond are been going out of business, and looks like it's going to be an end. They should cement the person's feet in cement when they find out who did it. Dawn, I agree with you. Paddlefoot needs to get her broom and get off to work. Yes, Billy Madison did it. There you go. Yeah, absolutely. Today is Crazy Friendship Day, so go out and do something crazy with your friends. Very good. A couple more stories here, folks. How about this story? According to ABC, a man was crushed to death under an outdoor urinal in London. So, these urinals that are outside, well, obviously this thing must have fell on him and crushed him to death. What a way to go. I mean, Jesus Christ. We don't know. I don't know the whole story of that, how it fell over. Who knows? But some of these stories that are coming in, it's pretty crazy. How about some happy? Here's a happy story. I guess for the person who won, not for the person who didn't win. His name is Stefan Epistanos. According to Fox News, a man in Florida, he won a $1 million scratch-off lottery ticket. And he won a ticket after being cut in line. Somebody cut in line because they didn't want to wait in line. So they cut in line in front of him. That guy gets the ticket. So then when Stefan gets his ticket, he won the $1 million scratch off. If the gentleman didn't cut in line, Stefan would have got the losing ticket. But because a man did cut in line, he ended up getting the ticket. So congratulations to Stephen Esposa for that. And then the government took 80%. Yes, they did. Interesting stuff, folks. Another story before we go here. A friend of mine, Dennis Quinn, was a friend of mine for many, many years. When I have a day off on a Sunday and I like to watch sports, I like going by Buddy Dennis. I also go by Buddy Dave's, but I always go to Q. I call him Q at his house. He always has his family and friends over, and they cook, and we watch the games. And we did that yesterday early. I only watched some of the first game. Anyway, though, during 9/11, he's an iron worker. And during 9/11, when it happened here, they sent people from New York. They needed a lot more help. So they sent people from all the other different states. And they all went to help, volunteered to help, to clean up and everything that was going on during 9/11. Well, after that all happened, years go by, the National Museum of American History asked some of these people to send in some of their um, stuff, like their uniform or something. So Dennis Quinn sent in some pictures and his helmet that he wore during the cleanup and everything when he went over there to help during 9/11. This is Dennis Quinn, a gentleman here in Schaumburg, which is a good friend of mine. So if you go to the National Museum of American History, you'll see Dennis's hat that he wore during the 9/11, went over there to help after the 9/11 happened. So that's pretty cool to have in your, to do that. First of all, they all went to volunteer. They all went on their own. Him and his brother Lou did too, but they did it on their own. So his wife Julie sent me the picture yesterday, and that's a pretty big honor. So kudos to my friend Dennis Quinn for that. Um, yeah, I think that was very cool. Did they buy the same ticket? No, I didn't think so. Anyway, all right, folks. Well, we're coming to the end of the hour, and again, I want to thank you all for watching the show today. I do really do appreciate it. Got the feedback on Facebook. Too many profiles. Ellie Weinhardt, how are you doing, my dear friend? Ellie, a great actress and comedian in the Chicagoland area. Of course, she played in a league of her own with Madonna and Gina Davis and Rosie O'Donnell and Billy Crystal. The great Ellie Weinhardt. I hope you're doing well, my friend. All right, let's get down to the last sponsor, folks. Last but not least, Patriot Funding Incorporated. I want to thank my good friend Dave Antonelli, commercial money lending at its finest, 630-675-4730. When timing is everything, look to my good friend Dave Antonelli for Patriot Funding Incorporated. I want to thank you all again. Let's not forget our good friends from Ace Hardware, ladies and gentlemen. It's very, very important to support local and buy local, and our show is sponsored by Ace Hardware. Again, Norwich Ace Hardware and Des Plaines Ace Hardware. Remember, they've been helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. That's right, Raffaello and Jackie. Now remember, they got two locations that sponsor the Oceans Pit Show. Is 8330 West Lawrence Avenue in Norwich and 1175 Lee Street in Des Plaines. We're going to be doing a live remote, me and my wife Laura, at the end of the month. The one in Norwich, so they're going to be doing specials there, folks. But they also have other locations. They have two, one in Evergreen Park and one in Warrenville. So please go to Ace Hardware, Norwich and Des Plaines, or the one in Evergreen Park or Warrenville, the one that's closer to you. It's very, very important. January and February specials, they have so many different specials, folks. Handyman service. They have handymen there to help you get the job done. Leaky toilets, faucet repair, painting needs, changing out locks, etc. All their handymen who's licensed and insured. Need to rent a truck? They can give you all the rental U-Haul trucks. You got vans, trailers, friendly service. They're clean. They also offer window repair. No rescreen or replacing glass and window. They offer this service for the house. Norwich and Des Plaines also Ace Cut program for chips, for car chips. Because right now you need a car chip for your car, or you need a regular old-fashioned key. They can get all that done for you, folks. Special January and February specials. Also, they're partners with the Children Miracle Network, which is very, very important. So please buy local, shop local, go to our Norwich Ace Hardware and Des Plaines Ace Hardware. Tell Raffaello and Jackie that Tony Ocean or Ocean's Pit sent you guys. I want to thank you. We got a great week coming up of shows, and I hope to guys see you guys. Don't forget a busy one that we have this Thursday. I'll be at Zaza's in Lake Barrington with Jeff Dubray. Friday will be at Chicago Prime Steakhouse in Schaumburg, and Saturday will be at Tavern on the Point in Edison Park. We haven't been there since summer of last year. Because we had no other dates to give them, guys. So we're excited to be back on Tavern on the Point on Saturday, February 4th. So please remember to go out there and keep supporting local establishments and live entertainment. And thank you all for watching the show. We really do appreciate all your input and your calls and everything. It's good to have good friends like you. Again, congratulations to the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles. And we'll see you guys tomorrow, same time, same channel here at 12 o'clock. Share the page, let everybody know about it. And thank you so much. The great words of Ringo Starr, peace and love, peace and love. And remember, if you ever start getting too big for your head, start believing your own hype, it can hurt people. Always remember to bring yourself down if you can. Thank you so much for your time today, guys. Love you all. God bless you. Have a great day. And ladies and gentlemen, Nick Sahajas is going to take us out, the Piano Man. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Time to go. It's the end of the show. See you later from Tony O.